Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our group that consists of 5 members are decided to choose title Production of Halal Ramly Meat Burger Patty. The establishment of Ramly starting from Dato Dr. Haji Ramly Moni with his wife selling burgers from street food stalls until it had more branch and being exported to overseas. The Halal Employment concept has won Ramly Products market trust, establishing the brand as the customer first choice and household brand. People love it because it is the trust Muslim brand associated with Malaysia nighttime street food culture.
Certificate process. Food product scheme. Number 1. Food operators are required to obtain a valid anti-typhoid vaccination injection. Second, every food handler in the premise must hold a food handler training certificate. And lastly, a minimum of 2 Muslim employees who are Malaysian citizens with permanent position must be appointed in the premise. Slaughtering house scheme. Number 1. Slaughterhouses must have a valid veterinary certification scheme from JPV. Number 2. The slaughterer must be a one Muslim saint of purity and knowledgeable about slaughtering in Islam. And lastly, underscores the commitment to hygiene in the slaughtering process hubs.
For segregation during production of poultry product of Ramly, Jackie managed strict physical separation of halal and non-halal product and material throughout the entire production chain, from receiving ingredient to storage, processing, packaging, and even waste disposal. These include clear identification for all equipment container, and product must be clearly labeled with halal or non-halal marking to maintain clear distinction. For sanitation part, Jakim emphasized strict hygiene protocol at every single off-stage production to prevent contamination and ensure cleanliness. These include regular cleaning and disinfection. Next, we proceed to internal audit that we conduct by Halal Executive of Ramly that are responsible for implementing and maintaining the internal halal audit system in accordance with the MS 1500 and 2019 Halal Food Production Management System Manual and Jakim Halal Requirement. While Jakim played crucial role in conducting the external audit for Ramly Company, Jakim will conduct a few assessments of all aspects of production, including ingredient source verification, slaughtering observation, processing line walkthrough, documentation review, and having interview with production management of Ramly. During post-audit, Jakim will prepare a few comprehensive reports detailing their findings, including any non-compliant issue identified during the audit.
And we have employee training. Halal awareness training for new employee is mandated within 3 months from the date of their appointment. And the safety awareness training, a critical component, is required at least once every 3 years for all employees.
Moving to Halal Assurance System, this is the flowchart of Ramly Beef Burgers product development. The first one is research and development, followed by identifying raw materials, processing aids and packaging needs, then raw material purchasing and receiving, raw material storage, product processing and storage, and then the distribution of the product. Going to halal slaughtering process, the slaughtered animal will be received at the abattoir and will let to be rest for a while before shackling, and then it will be followed by stunning and slaughtering and bleeding, and then after slaughtering there will be halal checking, which to confirm that the slaughtered animal is slaughtered in halal and appropriate way, and then the slaughtered animal will be skinned and followed by evisceration. Evisceration is the removal of internal organ, and then the slaughtered animal will be split to smaller parts, and then carcass cleaning to make sure that there is no leftover blood or any impurities, and the product will be stored in an appropriate way and in appropriate temperature. Halal threats is any condition or any situation that will compromise the halal integrity of a product or service. So there is halal risk control. Halal risk control refers to the process of identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks that could compromise the halal integrity of a product or service. The first step is identifying, followed by risk assessment, then control measures, and last one, regular monitoring.
Now, for halal risk management plan of Ramly product, there are 4 halal critical points that we have to keep in focus, such as identify raw material, purchase of raw materials, structure process, and last but not least is storage and transportation. From this table, the main recipe of this product is the raw material. We have to make sure that the raw material like meat to make beef burger is from the halal resources. So, there are some checklists that we have to do, like the probability of halal risk, the control mechanism, corrective action, and records for each halal critical point that you all can see. Now, for the starter process, you can see from this table the critical point and the control mechanism that you can do. And lastly, the storage and transportation.
To sum up, I want to highlight the critical point in halal meat-based product of Ramly. Halal JAKIM certification is most crucial step in Malaysian meat-based product. It is because to make consumer trust to consume the product. The process begins with eligibility check requiring permissible animals, halal ingredient, and avoiding forbidden animal. There are many multi-phase approach on halal standard in animal slaughterhouses for commercial purpose. It also includes to obtain a valid veterinary certification scheme or support from the Department of Veterinary Service. The Muslim Halal Management System (MHMS) is incorporated into large and medium industry, involving butcher, halal inspectors, and internal halal committees. The guideline extend to permits animal handling and the slaughter process, requiring a Muslim slaughterer with specific qualification. So we know that the step of process to get halal certification of Ramly and consumer can trust to consume Ramly product in daily life. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you.